Hello, everyone. We're gonna do a quick look, see if stream is actually working. So 1 second. All right, should be live. Without further ado, hello everyone. Welcome to the VORTEX stream. I'm Francisco, and today, well, first of all, I'm gonna raise that a little bit. Cool. Today we're back on the VORTEX stream, and of course, we're back working on Mind Within. So as always, this will be a short, chill stream about me just going through what we've done and potentially further ideas. So today, with all of you, I will be further developing ideas for the fantasy level 4 puzzle. So first things first, I'm going to show what we already have. I have this load first, and we can jump right in. So the concept of this level is that the player gets first use of the shovel. And here we go. They get to pick it up, and then with the use of Q, they can equip it and unequip it. So yeah, simple enough. But yeah, in this level, we are going to show how it works. As you can see, if you move up to the what's meant to be a dirt pile here, the player is given a prompt to dig it up. Once you do that, it goes away. So as you can see, there's nothing there first, but I need to go to the other dirt piles around the map and dig it up. See what happens. I will be going into the level again and adjusting all these colliders. That doesn't happen either. So if I go to this one, aha, this one does have the key in it. Let me collect it. Then we can make our way to the end of the level, which is very, very nice indeed. But first, which I believe I did last time, I was within the project, but appears some of them have not been affected. For example, do you have a collider? Because you should not have a collider, I do believe. Because if the little bushes have a collider, then it is very, very hard for the player to be able to walk around through the level. And there we go. Good. Colliders have been removed. And I think I can do the same with the slightly bigger bushes here. Oh, got prefab. And yeah, there we go. I thought so. This first one, went to it, and remove this collider, which is amazing news for the rest of them. So if we go back into the game, you can see now none of these have colliders, and we can easily just walk straight through them. The rocks do have colliders because they're solid objects. They are indeed rocks. And yeah, do that. Very, very well done. I can show you what I've done with these dirt mounds right here. So this is one big prefab right here. What it is just, I believe a rock asset. Yeah, it's a rock asset. I changed the material to be one of the dirt ones we have at the game. So it looks like a giant mound of dirt. And it has these particle effects for when it's digging. And yeah, this just keeps on the ground. Yeah. Um, so yeah, it has two colliders. It has the mesh collider, which is just the dirt mound itself, and then this capsule collider that surrounds it. And once a player is in it, so they're close enough to the dirt mound, they can use the shovel to dig it up. So if I go into the assets folder, we can actually take a look at the dirtpile script. Magician revealing secrets right here. This could be very much better organized, but for the sake of time, this had to be quickly done. So this is just the main dig script is right here. Um, yeah, on trigger enter, because if they're staying, or not on trigger stay, I mean, so if they're staying within that collider and they have the shovel and they're swinging it, and it is indeed the player, it will start this dig coroutine. And yeah, it ends with the game object, which is the dirt mound, being destroyed. From there, it is out of here, and we can possibly collect a key or whatever else we can. And speaking of which, actually, that's not the drawing that we wanted, but you know what? I believe we could very quickly come up with something here. Gonna scale you down. Actually, like that more so, I think. And then yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Nah. I'm gonna, for the sake of time, let's just make it a. Let's see. The prefab. And from here, can create a empty cube. Take it out of there, and this will be our little page. It's currently an empty page, but believe me, this will be a fantastic page that Ellie or me in the near future will be drawing. And then, well, with this, we can. Oh, one thing to remember. Oh, I believe this was a collectible 4, I believe, when we started creating these scripts. Now, we do need to find out where this drawing script is. Oh, or perhaps it is just big old collider. This one can be removed. Actually, I could just edit this thing itself. Collectible 5 is the drawing. Onto the game, I do believe we will be able to click and collect this. Oh, never mind. I forgot to set it to be a trigger, actually. There. And let's see if we did that right. And we did. Oh, wait, there's a key. It's not meant to be a key. Maybe that's collectible 5 then. There, drawing selected. Wonderful. And then, if we grab this drawing and put it under one of these dirt piles as a neat little secret for the player to find. Put it under this one. In that case, we're going to need it to be a little skinnier than usual. You know, for the sake of height test, to make it just like that. And then in my own time, I believe I'm going to create a script relating to this specific dirt pile, which if uh, that dirt pile is dug up, then the drawing will appear instead of it always being there through a instantiation script, I believe. There we go. That drawing can then be collected. First thing. Oh, another thing. That key should not be there. The one on the top left, the red one. It should be darkened out since we have not even collected the key yet, you know. Oh, not this way. To clear that out. It's a good thing we're running through this level. Ooh, these tree colliders need a bit of work. Let's see. Mm, let's move you and let's move you. Oh yeah, because the player cannot fit through that right there. So this area is not being used, it seems. So could move the tree to be closer to this wall. So it does act more like a wall, you know? And that tree, I think, is happy being inside the wall there. Cool. Mm, I think that wall could find a happy home. Just maybe not right there. Or if anything, could put one of these trees here to block the player's way. But there is something there, actually. Well, you know what? Idea. That could be where this drawing is, under this dirt pile right here. Go there. And then from here, we move this tree into that corner so that the player cannot access it from there. They need to go all the way to the other side to get a hold of it. Very, very cool. Oh, but, let's keep them like that for now because also, as well as in this level, the player can use their eagle vision, or I'm not quite sure what we're calling it yeah, at the moment, but it's all right. Yes, yes, come on. Cool. Hope you guys appreciate the Nintendo Store cup. Very, very nice cup. So yeah, the player can't make it through here, but they see that dirt mound there. So they can still, of course, come through here. That page is readily available, but I'll make sure to hide it more. Some of these leaves have really big colliders. So let's have a look. You two, I think, can kind of move out of the way for a bit. Mm, hmm. So for the time being, player has a key that they need to collect. But I think can have that changed. Hold the canvas. Ah, there we go. Hmm. Those are just out of order. And then if I go over to the key pile, it is right over here. Oh yeah, we have the eagle vision. You can see all the dirt mountains through there. Then if we collect the key, hmm, oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Hmm. Well then, that is not working as I intended it to, clearly. That's fine. This is a pretty chill stream for now. Um, in that case, let's go into paint. From here, we can make something pretty nice, I think. Um, yeah, a little bigger so we can see it better. Not zooming that much. So in this one, we're gonna have these dirt mounds. Something like that. And then unfortunate. And then using this. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. There's thickness. My bad. With this. My artistry skills are unparalleled, clearly. Mm, lighter tone, representing the trees in the background. Now remember, these are meant to look like they were drawn by a child. They were. 'Cause that's me. I am the child in this case. And there we go. It's PNG. And then from there, we can simply save this. Cool. And then if y'all would excuse me, let us grab this, go to our assets, and then drag you right there. Wonderful. We now have this. Or a sprite. Yes, thank you. Time being, let's see how this looks. Ooh, isn't that lovely? On this side, it seems to be upside down, but oh well. I do, in fact, need to create a script so this doesn't poke out like this, unfortunately. So at the moment, if it does that, then the player can just grab it, no problem. But we will cross that bridge when we get there, won't we? And there we go. We have a drawing to level now, collectible drawing. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else we could try to get done today. Oh, let's have a look at chat. Anyone here? No, that is fine. That tends to happen. Hmm. You know what? Let's try to clean these areas up a little bit. As far as I can see, these colliders. I've removed the ones on the ground right there, but these ones, these trees, these dead trees, they are getting in the way, I'm afraid. And it is quite hard for the player to actually walk through here. So, without making it seem like a carved path, we're going to create a carved path for the player. We're going to create a carved path for the player to walk through. And surprisingly enough, this tree doesn't. Yeah, these trees don't have any colliders on them, so I can't just walk through them. So we are gonna give it a little collider just on the stump, solely to save the space, you know? Because if we give them all mesh colliders, then it's gonna take a hard strain on the game itself and the person's computer that's running it. So just to save them a little bit of manpower, we'll do that. I'm gonna copy that component and see what other trees in need of our help. How about you? Let's go into the game itself and then walk through this forest and see how it feels. I believe this will be one of the last things we do today. Let's see if we can walk through that. Can't walk through this anymore. Oh, what are we getting stuck on here? This thing, really? Oh yeah, because this thing has its own collider. We gotta bonk our heads on that. What is stopping me here? Is it you? Is it this rock? Let's see. Let's find ourselves. There we are. Yeah, I did remove the. I did remove the. Oh, that little one. This little guy in the ground is stopping us from moving altogether in there. You don't need to be there. Let's throw you away for a bit. For a bit. Mm, you can be moved to the side a little bit. And also, I'm not sure if the audience has been told, but we have a new member on our team. Um, we have a new narrative designer who is really pulling out the stops and helping us um, improve on the story that we've put on display here. During the development of the game, we have had a story in mind, beginning and end, uh, very clearly, but we weren't quite sure how to fill in the gaps in between, and our new friend Hal has certainly come through and help us come up with some story beats going from level to level. And he really thought about the gameplay included as well, and how that can tie everything together, and how the gameplay could make sense from a story standpoint, and it does with what he's provided for us. So, um, yeah, I'm personally very excited to see how we can move forward with this. But for the time being, I believe we are going to end off the stream there. Yeah. Um, not too much on the board today. Just uh, a little bit of a relaxing time for all the messiness going on. We did have uh, a play test with Ellie at the Swiss Gaming Hub last week. So I will be going into our fixing notes and providing any fixes that the game needs once the stream is over, because I work better when I am not talking to someone, and yeah, streaming requires that a little. So um, yeah, I'm gonna end things off there. I'm Francisco. This is Vortex now.